Hey guys, welcome back to episode 8. So, as we last left off, the adventurers had come to the mage's tower, and they were up against the dryad. They found a library full of books, and they got some interesting boons. And then in the last room, they had a little puzzle. They had some kind of a disembodied guardian voice of some kind warn them, turn back or else. And they were able to get past a sneaky little trap. But where does this leave us next time? There, we will play to find out. I have no idea. And that is the fun of solo. So let's get this out of the way and get reset up. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter J for Jenga. Now, if only I could get a sponsorship. That would be really cool. Anyway, okay, enough of this silliness. Okay, we're going to set this up again. I'm sorry. All right, as our intrepid friends come into the next room, we're going to have to roll because this is a room that is undefined. The Mage's Refuge. Just got past the peering walls. We're into the unknown. So the first thing we have to do is roll some cool dice and see what kind of cool thing might be waiting for us. Let's get out our D4. We're going to roll... Oh, wait. No. Get out the D20. We got to roll the area. 2. Ancient tomb. Oh, I wonder if the wizard's in here. Might be a lich. Look out. Some details. What do we got? 4. Danger. Uh-oh. And another 4. Oh, 2 dangers then. Yeah, why not? 2 dangers. Okay, we're in... They find some kind of dusty tomb. What could it be? So they come into this tomb, and in the back, I think there is perhaps something. I wonder if there's another exit out of here, or if this is just a single tomb-like room that they've been trapped into. They don't know that yet, of course, but let's set up the room. Is this like a single area, or 5? Yes, it is. So this is like a dead end, perhaps. All right, so that helps us out. Now, what is that danger? I have to go back to our page of subtables. 2 dangers I rolled. So we have the first one, which is a 6, which is crumbling terrain. Oh, it is a decrepit old tomb. And the other danger is a 13, imminent collapse. Oh, I love how sometimes the dice just seem to know what they're talking about. Right. So they come in to this room, and I think by now maybe these guys are getting a bit smarter in how they react and just randomly blunder through areas. So I'm going to have them be a bit more cautious because it's a tomb, and I think for sure Wolf Shadow has seen a tomb before, and I think he remembers last time he went in there and did not have a good fun time. So let us check. He is going to kind of spot hidden. He's going to kind of look around. Okay, so he's going to roll on his intelligence, and there's nothing on that. It's not awareness, so it's spot hidden. So he's going to look around. 5. He does see it, and he sees maybe the structure. He just sees in general that the structure is not as it should be. He's kind of looking around. Actually, that should be awareness roll, shouldn't it be? That's okay. He rolled a 5, and his awareness is even higher, 13, so that's still good. So he's going to kind of look around. He kind of sees where I must be cautious because... this area, there seems to be, this place is falling apart. Let us investigate carefully. And they're going to kind of go deeper into this tomb. They don't know that they're kind of trapped in here, essentially. And I want to see if there is still a coffin or something in here at the end of this little corridor I planned out for. Yes, there is. There is. How many are in here? 2. 2. Number 2 is a few. Okay. I'm going to say there's like 3. We're going to need a bigger area. We're going to have to move this to accommodate all the coffins. Okay. So there's kind of like 1, 2, 3. 3 coffins in this area lined up. And they're kind of like, what is this place? I have seen this before. A strange coffin area. Last time there was a secret passage. That is right. Could there be a secret passage in here? I don't know. Let's roll to find out. Is there a secret passage in this room with these coffins? They're gonna kind of start spreading out and looking around, as Wolf Shadow has kind of experienced this before. 2, no, there is nothing. They kind of search the room, and I took the die that I'm not supposed to take. They search the room, and they don't find any other way. This is ridiculous. What is going on? I've had my encounters with the dead before. I don't think we should bother them. I think we should let them be and perhaps get out of here. There must be another way. Perhaps let us go back to that room. There must be another passage some way away from here. And as they start heading out, flip them all around. As they start heading out, I think that the passageway just starts crumbling. And I need some crumbles. Wooden crumbles, blam. And like, what the, oh no. As the place just starts falling apart. What did you touch? Did somebody touch it? Whoa, they went flying. Did somebody touch a thing? No, didn't touch anything. I'm just a dwarf. I was just examining those coffins over there. Something is going on. Suddenly, the wall just starts kind of crumbling more and more and more and more. It's imminent. And more things. They're gonna have to get out of here. Wolf Shadow's the closest, so I think he's gonna have to roll a dodge or evade. Roll an evade, yes. One of these systems. He's gonna roll an evade as this thing just starts crumbling down, and he's the furthest over there. So he's gotta get under a 13. Oh, but he's got a Bane with his plate mail. 15. And well, we gotta roll to just make sure he misses. And he gets hit. Oh, my foot. I'm going to say not too much damage. He's going to take, what is that? Things falling, so I believe minor damage. Might just be a D6. Slight damage is a D6. It's just some roof tiles. Right now, he takes 6 damage, but his plate armor protects him because he has 8 armor. So, my foot, ow, but he's going to maybe dramatic it up a little bit. He stumbles like, oh, what do we do? This place is falling apart more and more. No, there must be something. Look inside the coffin. Maybe we can seek refuge inside the coffins. Yes. Push the top of the coffin, the cover open. Is there anybody inside? 5, yes. All of them? How many? How many people inside? 2, a few. So, okay, all few of the coffins have all the few bodies in there. But they see the bodies. They're like, I don't know. But the place is collapsing. Oh, what do we do? I don't know. I didn't plan any of this. The church said everything, Wolf Shadow. I don't know what to do. What are you going to do? I know. Dwarf has an idea. Good idea, thinking Dwarf. Dwarf has an idea. He sees that this whole structure is kind of falling down, and I think he's pretty smart. He's got his pickaxe. I think he's going to try to find a way to kind of smash through this room. Sure, that makes sense. So he's gonna find a structure. There's some way he can kind of break through to another area of this place. All right. See, is he able to? Is there something there? There must be something here. They need to get out. He cannot find anything. The dwarf is like, there's something. This place is coming apart. We're gonna have to get out of here. Somewhere there must be something we could do. Wait a minute. The dwarf eyes it. He knows now what to do. He's like, there is nothing around here. You can't just blast through a wall. That would be insane. You fall out of the tower or just more wall. But over here, he sees the roof tiling collapsing, falling down. I think that there is some way to get up out of here. They're going to climb up through this hole in the ceiling into the next area. And Dwarf is like, oh, we don't have any time. Run, you fools. Fly, you fools. I think that's the only thing they can do. They're going to have to make some acrobatic rolls, which they're all bad at. First up, Dwarf, I'm going to give him a boon because this is a structure. He knows how to step, where to step. So he's going to be able to roll to a little bit better. 15, which was bad. I hope the other one's better. 17. That's really terrible. So he's like climbing up. And he falls into the pit of rocks as rocks are crumbling down. The rest of them, they're going to run up Wolf Shadow, you can do it. 7. Oh, he's got to roll with a Bane. 8. Oh, he makes it. So, oh no, he doesn't. His acrobatics are 7. Oh no, this is bad. He's going to have to push it because there's no way. So he's going to push his roll, and I think he's going to push his roll. He's going to push. He's going to be, I think, I have angry on here. I don't remember marking it, and I'm not going to go back. I might have just forgotten to erase it. Oh well, that's my fault. So he's going to be disheartened. He's like, there's no way out. There's no way out. We must get out of here. He still might fail. He did. 16 and 15. He failed even worse, and that's how the cookie crumbles. And he's just like, and they're like getting assaulted by these rocks. So, well, we're going to fail forward, right? Because I have no idea what else to do. So they're going to climb up. They're getting hit by these. They're trying to climb through here as the whole place just starts coming down. We're going to check the orc. How's he doing? 20 Bane. Oh no. Oh no. So Wolf Shadow climbs out. Yeah. We already know that his armor is going to be able to take it, but he does get beat. And he just climbs up out of here. I think the dwarf is going to take some damage as he's just trying to climb up through this room. Uh-oh. Dwarf is going to take some damage. 1d6. 2. Not bad, not bad. So he goes down to 6 HP. 8. And Gorham. Oh, no. Oh, no. So he just climbs out. He's beaten. Gorham's like up there. And he like slips. And he falls into the pit. Like rocks just start. Like he gets hit by several. So he's going to take 2d6. Oh, 6 damage. Oh. That is not good. So he takes a boatload of damage. So he's took half his HP, 6 out of 12, but he manages to climb up. He's like beaten, bloody, maybe even broken, beaten, bloody, and broken, but he manages to get out. And he's like, whose dumb idea was this? That was the only thing I could think of. And Wolf Shadow's like, yes, there was nothing there. We tried everything. We could have climbed in the coffins, but you were too scared of dead things, apparently. Well, 'tis only a scratch, I think. I feel his body, like everything appears to be working. All the bendy parts are bending, and all the non-bendy parts are not bending, so I think we'll count that as a win, fellas. So they manage to get out of this crazy falling down tomb. We never did anything with the bodies, but, you know, That's the way the tomb crumbles. But they did manage to get out of there. And when you get out of a place, that means you get to find out what the next place is. Next place is a maddening orrery. Once the mage used this confounding device to chart the flux of the heavens themselves. Now its mechanical whirring and grinding gears represent nothing more than an obstacle. Traverse the machinery or disable its movements. Oh yeah, it's like a big observatory kind of place thing. Okay. Traversing areas. These guys suck at that really, really bad. Oh, and because they did so badly in the last area, this is going to go up to a 5. It's got to go. I think that troll might be coming for these guys before they get out of here. So they now arrive. They climb up through a hole in the ceiling. And they're just surrounded by many contraptions, I think, measuring celestial bodies. So over here we have maybe a large, what do you call that? Where you have like the planetary bodies on like a large movie around thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? So there's like the Dragonbane world at the center, or the sun. And then there's these heavenly bodies moving around this thing. And they're just kind of like swinging around wildly as this contraption moves on its own. So here's kind of like the orbit of that thing. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. Sure it does. Close enough. So there's like this planetary bodies. Like, I don't need all those to track the orbits. This thing's kind of moving this way. This one's kind of moving around a circle in the outer area. And then here's maybe the Dragonbane planet or whatever. Nah, it's totally on the body of a turtle. So there's this orbit, planetary orbit model here, spinning around wildly. I'm gonna say over here we have some kind of strange clock-like device. This is like ticking around in a circle, right? That makes absolutely no sense. And then they just have maybe some fallen areas. And I think this is like where they climb up out of the hole. This is... They climb up out of the hole. And I think this fell and hit the ceiling. And that's why everything's falling apart. Was it hit there and it just started shattering. So something made it fall down. Some strange movements of the bodies of something. Maybe one of the planets went flying and fell off and struck it and knocked it over. And now this thing keeps getting smaller. That's okay. So they're going to have to climb out of here. Wolfbane was first. He climbs up out of here. He slides down. The rest follow. They know there's a way through here, but this is spinning like crazy, and this strange two-armed time-keeping device just keeps moving its arms through here, and they're going to have to get through this. Well, I think there's 2 obstacles to overcome. They're going to have to get through here without being hit. Oh, no. That was a bad thing to say because that's what they're going to have to do. All right, but they have some ideas. Let's use our brains, fellas. Let's use our brains. What gear do you have? You must have something. You have nothing. You have a spyglass. Sure, why not? Wolfsbane's gonna take his little spyglass out and spy across the field and try to reduce his crappy rolls. So he's gonna try to look at where, if there's some pattern, he's gonna observe it. He's got acrobatics of 7, awareness 13, or crafting. He's not a crafty dude. Awareness. He's gonna use his awareness. But with his helmet on, oh, he could take it off. Yeah. He's learned too many lessons. He's going to take his helmet off, sling it over his pack or whatever, so he can really get a good look in. So he won't have a bane on his awareness anymore. I don't think he sees any creatures in here. So I think just these things getting in the way. So, yeah, why didn't you take off your helmet before, moron? Okay, let's go. 20! But he gets the reroll because he has his magnifying glass. He's got a boon on this roll. 7. Okay, 7. He made it. So with his little spyglass, he looks out on this field of this large room with spinning machinery of all different sorts. They have no idea what it is. It just looks like very clockwork in design. And he sees this path straight through here that he could try to time the movement of this kind of strange geared clock thing and the orbit of these kind of heavenly bodies around this pillar. So he's like, we must time it just right. Look at the rotation of these devices. Glad you have that magnifying glass of some sort. Too bad you didn't think of that before when you could have taken off your helmet and not had Bane on awareness rules. Yeah, well, hindsight's 20/20. All right, so with that, I'm going to give them a Bane to time just right. A boon to time just right their ability to acrobat themselves through this, or to evade. Can they roll evade? Yeah, they're not really acrobating. They're going to evade these things, and it's more like a bludgeoning damage type of thing. So I'm going to have Wolfbane last. Yes, that's how they get the boon, because he's going to stay behind, and he's going to tell them when to go. So he's spying, and he's like, all right, dwarf, you must get ready. And now, wait, 9, and what's his better roll? 8 and 9, so he's got an average of, I just have him rolling 10s. So he's like, run, he kind of jumps from here to there to here to there, and he makes it, make it over. All right, Gorham, it's your turn. Be prepared to move on my word. Ready, go! And he gets a 3, maybe a dragon. 13, nobody got a 3, so that's good. He's like, Wolfbane, you are in trouble now. So you are just going to have to evade. You can't give yourself a boon, I don't think, because you don't have the spyglass. You don't have those guys. So I am going to just roll. All right, Wolf Shadow, you can do it. 5, he did. He like parkours over that shit. Boom, 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 boom. That was quite a ride. Luckily, I had this spyglass, and I thought smartly, and I took my helmet off so I wouldn't be distracted by low peripheral vision. Very well, very well. With that luck, they've managed to keep it at a 5. Well, fellows, let us see in the next room if you have the same luck, if Lady Luck is with you still. All right, let's check the oracle. What kind of... Oh, it's another pre-made room. Thank you. A spiraling ascent leads ye to the top of the mage's tower. Oh, arcane trickery be at play here, trapping the unwary in an infinite climb. Keep your wits about ye, and avoid the still shambling remains of less fortunate adventurers. Oh, so they have like an infinite climb up some crazy stairs. So they're just gonna go up these stairs infinitely. Its name of infinite stairs. It's spiraling. Ah! Alright, they start climbing. Yeah, sure. Gorham's gonna go. He's like, I'm tired of this place. Look, we can see the top from here. There's only a little bit left to the top of the tower. I can see the light. Yeah, let me out of here. I'm tired of this claustrophobic wizard's tower tomb place thing. So they start kind of walking up, and it just feels like they're not getting anywhere. Like, what is going on here? Some kind of wizard's trickery again. I hate wizards. He's gonna start freaking out. Can they keep their wits about them? They're gonna have to make some willpower rolls. All right, Gorham's up. He hates wizardry, so he's gonna roll. He gets a Bane. Oh, motherfucker. All right, well, that means... Let's roll them all at once. Let's see. So he fails completely. And Dwarf also fails. Double demons. All right, can we do a hat trick and get everybody? Let's get everybody to have demons. No, a dragon. Okay, cool. So they start freaking out. Gorham just like, get me off this Jane, get me off this crazy thing. And he starts running down. He's like, some kind of devil work at play. And he runs. Or what does he do? Because there's actually a fear table here. So he's going to roll a d8 on the Dragonbane fear table. He gets an 8, which is probably the worst. Wild panic. In a fit of utter panic, you flee the scene as fast as you can. On your next turn, you must dash away from the source of your fear. Make another will roll on each subsequent turn, not an action, to stop running and act normally again. I don't think Gorham was ever normal. None of my player, character, creature things are. He just runs. He starts running down the stairs. And Dwarf, what happens to him? 6. Rage. His fear turns into anger. You are forced to attack its source on the next turn in melee combat. You also become angry. So this place, you just never this strange staircase. I think maybe the staircase is actually shifting and moving. And he notices it, and he's just like takes his pickaxe. And he's just gonna try to break it. So he's gonna slam down 8. He hits the stairs. Bang! And it does 2d6 damage to the staircase. Staircase damage. Oh, he does 7. He just lodges his pickaxe in there. You wizard! I've had enough of your stuff. And Gorham just running. But Wolf Shadow, with his dragon, he's like, you two, get a hold of yourself. And he just runs into him, and he's gonna grab him. Let's see if Wolf Shadow can grab Gorham before he continues running. So I'm just gonna use his, I don't know, brawling ability. That makes sense. That's kind of the most ability to kind of grapple. 3. Oh wow, he made it. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So he grabs him before he runs forever into the next room again. He grabs him like, Gorham, get out of yourself. Dwarf, he's over there smashing the stairs. Doesn't that make you happy? He's defeated the stair boss. He's defeated the stair boss. Yes. He's defeated the stair boss. Come, Gorham, calm down. With his dragon, he's able to calm him down. And Dwarf, good job. You've defeated the stair. Good job, everybody. Now we must gather our wits. And with his dragon, he's able to calm them down. I think that makes sense. Just because it's a dragon. A normal success wouldn't have allowed him to do that. Unfortunately, willpower saves. No bonus on his thing. There. Okay. Well, very well. What is that? I think they really effed up. I think that's going to raise the timer there. But before we do that, we gotta have a little fun. And when I say fun, I mean freaky, scary dudes. As the stairs stopped, creatures above have now come. I don't think I have any more zombie creatures. I just have the one in here, and I'm just kind of going with that. Oh, I got a little ghoul dude. That'll kind of work. Let's see how many adventure creatures are here. Now, there's not a lot of room on the stair. So I'm going to say they probably can only fight 2 at a time. And I like the idea of at least 2. I have at least 2. They're kind of, that way they can kind of block their way up. But how many total are there on this stair? Shh, don't tell them. All right, number 1. None or 1. But I've already said 2 at least. So basically 1, we'll just say that's 1 trap or hazard. So yeah, they just have to get by these as a stairway, the infinite stairway, some kind of escalator to hell, stops as he's just banging on it with his pickaxe. It stopped, and whatever adventurers who are left in this limbo of doom and gloom start coming towards our fellow adventurers. Gorham, just like, no, wait a minute. Yes, Gorham, do they notice? I think the dwarf is still kind of coming out of his rage. I think they're both settling down, but there could be a chance, as Wolf Shadow's looking that way, that he might see them. And I never said he put his helmet back on, so he doesn't have it on his head. So, let us roll to see if he can aware. Are you aware? You have no bane, so 16. No, you have no idea. Wolf Shadow is just here, like, consolidating his buddies, like, fear not the evil, mean old and bad staircase. Harm you no longer. Now, we must go. And then as they turn around, they're like, oh, what the hell is that? And they get surprised. So there's a surprise round. So the zombie creature things get to act first before we draw initiative. So the zombie creatures are just gonna, and they kind of come over here. And they're gonna attack these 2 because Wolf Shadow is behind here. So 1 attacks the dwarf. 16 misses. Dwarf jumps backwards as it misses him. What about the one after Gorham? 13. He also misses. Now, we move into regular combat. Wolf Shadow, a 4. Gorham, a 9. The dwarf, a 5. And the zombie creatures, an 8. Oh, lucky day, perhaps. Well, Gorham, you're gonna go first. Gorham jumps with his mighty spear at the creature. And he jumps up and he shall stab at them. So, actually, it's his, I don't know. Spear or hammer? Spear or hammer? Well, I did say spear, right? So, yeah, let's just... So he jumps up, right? 6 under 15. He does hit. And he hits with his spear. He's just gonna, like, skewer it right in the noggin. So that's a D10. And don't forget your D4 for his melee bonus damage. 7 damage. Thok. This creature is made of sterner stuff, and it doesn't go down. Now, I could get out my monster bestiary for Dragonbane, but we're just sticking completely with what is in the core box. So, as this is a humanoid creature, we're just gonna roll for them. And I'm just gonna randomly assign kind of some stats. There's no zombie there's wights and skeletons, but there's no zombies. So I'm gonna make them a 10 HP creature, so that one has a 3 left. And I think I'm gonna do something when they kill it, because they don't know how zombies work in this world. So I'm gonna roll something special when they just reduce it to 0. We'll see when we get there. We'll see. We don't need to decide that right this second. All right, so he went. Boom. Now the dwarf gets to go, and he's just gonna try to finish that guy off, right? 12, which is bad because dwarf only has a 10, so he misses. Maybe he hits it, but just because nothing matters, he just lops something off. He sticks his axe in, but it doesn't really do anything. Just some random piece falls off, but it's still kind of coming at him. So yeah, that works. All right, the zombies, they get to go. So the first one, this one over here, let's go after. He's getting after Wolf Shadow. So he's going to try to attack Wolf Shadow. 14, which doesn't hit. I'm imagining about a 12. Most things have a 12. Misses, and they suck. So, Gorham, the one after Gorham goes 17. Oh, these are really bad zombies, so they were probably shitty adventurers in real life as well. But Gorham is just like, I've had enough of this. And he is going to slash at this zombie. And it fell out, so you get to reroll, even if it's bad, because it's the target. None of that, that's cheating. 14 misses. I should have kept that, but that's how you rule. You gotta stick by the rules you assign. Okay, so that is the end of round 1, which is bad because that means that timer is gonna go up. Well, either way it went up, right? In the last round. So Gorham, or no, Wolf Shadow is 7, Gorham is a 1, Dwarf is 2, and the zombies are 10. Let's see if our buddies can take care of this. Take care of business. All right, Gorham, attack that fucking zombie. 2, he hits. And he does a D10 of damage with his little scimitar there. 6, oh, that's pretty good. 6 out of 10. So that one's got 4 hit points left. So that is his turn. And then the dwarf is gonna try to finish this one off. 7, he does hit this time. That is good. And his little pickaxe thing is 2d6. Oh, wow, 12 damage. All right, so 12 damage. That is a lot of damage. Okay, so it's at -9, which is almost its full HP. So I'm gonna say, yeah, he killed it. That's like, he did like 12 damage. Max he could have done. So that one's dead. He probably somehow aimed and took off its head. So that one's dead. That sounds right. This one left over. Wolf Shadow is going to, Gorham, I'll help you. He's going to take out his hammer and smash it. 18. Wow, Wolf Shadow. Even with a high stat, sometimes it just rolls shitty, but he's not going to push it. He's already pushed enough for one day. So he just misses. The thing like kind of almost, what is that, drunken masters out of it. He doesn't mean to, and it just kind of moves away as this hammer comes down. And now the zombie creature thing, who does it go for? We're going to check real quick. 1 to 3. I'm going to say changes target to Wolf Shadow. 6. Saved by the wall as it bounced off. Okay, Gorham, you're going to be attacked by this zombie creature. None of them have actually hurt anyone. 1. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. So it's going to do twice the amount of damage it normally would have done. How much damage can it do? It has claws, but they're just human claws and teeth. So it's just going to munch at him. And unarmed damage is a D3. So I'm going to say 2 D3s, right? So just roll 1 at a time. So that's a 2. So that's a 1 damage. And 3. So 4 damage. Oh, no. Gorham. He's down to 2 health. My neck. This thing's munching on him. Oh. Well, if it's munching on him, it's so focused. I'm going to give these guys almost like a surprise round. I think that makes sense kind of in the grand scheme of things. This thing's like munching on Gorham. He's just attached. So they're just going to try to hit this creature. Don't roll a demon. All right, Gorham, Wolf Shadow. Help your friend. 10. All right, you hit it. And he's going to do some damage. And Wolf Shadow, he gets 2d8. 2d8 plus a d4. Oh, yeah, he destroys it because that is a lot. 15, 16, 17 damage. So that would be 13 left over from its 4. And has 10, so that's over its total negative damage. So he kills it, rips it off of his, and just stabs it and smashes the crap out of its skull or something like that. That was quite dangerous, my friends. They kind of look around. We don't see anything else. Well, ooh, and that's a 6. Must get out of here. Gorham, stay with us. Stay with us, friend, old friend. Yes, we must. Can I try to heal you? Can I help you? There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood coming out. I don't have any healing poultices or anything like that, but perhaps I can just tie this raggedy old cape that I'm wearing around your neck. Here you go. That's too tight. Oh, you're fine, Gorham. Let's go. We must get to the top. We've come all this way. We cannot go back now. Right. I wouldn't mind going back to that healing chamber. No, Gorham, that would be foolish. I fear there's great. We've already spent too much time as it is. We must push forward. Yes, we must push forward. That's easy for you to say. You didn't have your neck eaten out by a crazed lunatic. No, I'm still quite fine. A little damage, but little is nothing at all for a dwarf. Now let us go. Let us climb out of here, and they climb up, and we have the Zelda climby noise. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And I can't remember in my head. So they make it to the top of the stairs. They climb out, and that is where we're gonna leave. We're gonna find out what's at the top of this wizard's tower in the next episode. Until then, rocket punch! Later.